What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. New Orleans Saints are working out running backs. How about it, boys? You excited? What saves the season?
You know what? Even if they are working out running backs, they're going to be running behind guys like Cesar Ruiz, who is the 58th rated out of 64 rated starting guards in the NFL.
Okay, it's not last. It's not like Matt House in this LSU defense.
Well, they weren't.
Actually, they probably finished about. Well, no, I mean Power 5 out of the 65. I think they actually finished about 58 or something in stop rate. We should look that up where they actually finished in stop rate.
Yeah, look, I mean, all of us had Max Garcia being rated higher than. I was actually I looked up Cesar Ruiz on Monday before Pro Football Focus updated their grades for this last week.
No.
So Max Garcia is actually 58th now. He's also a Saint. And we all had him being higher rated than Cesar Ruiz, who's now 66th amongst guards in the NFL.
He's not even a starting grade.
No.
Like there's 65.
There's 64 starting guards in the NFL, and he is 66th now with 48.2% for the year.
I mean, at this point, Caesar, just do a little worse and be 69 for the memes.
Yeah. That goes to Cody Mock, who was the player at the Senior Bowl that had his belly out from North Dakota State, I believe.
Yeah, long red hair.
Yeah.
He's
sounds
69.
pretty memey.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty memey to me.
But you know where he plays, right, T-Bob?
No.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Whose O-line's also not that good.
Why did you say that like I should care or know at all?
Well, just because, like, Cesar Ruiz is not the worst guard in the division.
Or okay.
You know who's one spot behind Cesar Ruiz is Calvin Throckmorton. So real eye for talent.
Jeez.
Kind of an illustration about how underwhelming the run game has been and how bad the O-line has been. Jimmy Graham, 3 touchdowns on the season. Kendre Miller and Jamal Williams combined 0 touchdowns.
I know. Jamal Williams, a man who scored 16 of them things last
17,
year.
I think.
Led the league.
17?
Yeah.
Then again, but again, this goes back to, and if Flynn was here, I'm sure he'd be talking about it still, but it's kind of what he said last week. Mickey Loomis deserves a lot of this blame, but Mickey Loomis is untouchable. But he's the one who goes out and signs Jamal Williams despite the fact that you already have a Taysom Hill short yards package. Like, if you're bringing in Jamal Williams to be your short yard killer, well then, and again, hand up, right? Come after me as well, because we were all excited about Jamal Williams. It was cool and everything. But in retrospect, benefit of hindsight, which, again, we get paid to entertain. I don't get paid to make NFL GM decisions, so it's a bit more acceptable for me to be way off. But with the benefit of hindsight, it does feel like, well, why do we do this when you already have Taysom Hill and that's your best short yardage option anyway?
You were excited because Jamal Williams is a good player. Like, you should be. But when we started
I was excited
because
he was into anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever.
But then we were like, okay, well, maybe he'll catch the ball. He caught the ball a little bit in Detroit, and then nope, they brought in Kendre Miller, who didn't catch in college, but they started throwing him all the passes. So, you brought in Jamal Williams, who's a good short yardage back and a good receiving back, and you're not using him for either role.
So Kendre Miller out for the year, though. They work out Jerry and Early, John Lovett, James Robinson, Ty Montgomery. Obviously, there's, that doesn't mean anything.
Ty Montgomery.
Oh, my God.
What does mean something to me, though, is, again, that you still haven't seen any reports about, punters being worked out or anything else like that. It's just odd to me that they seem to be doubling down on some decisions that aren't working. And I'm not going after Groupie here, although Groupie, I still don't know exactly how to feel. It's not all bad. It's definitely not all good, though, either. I still don't think it's as good as Lutz. I think you probably should have just stuck with Lutz there, but whatever.
Why are they playing Groupie injured? I understand you're trying to, maintain his confidence and all that, but, he's been hurt the last couple of weeks, and it's been pretty apparent.
I mean,
just don't get the loyalty or stubbornness of it. Same with the punter.
Is it because you don't want him to? Because you can't carry 2 kickers on the 53. So if he's good enough to play, you got to play him because you believe in him and you don't want him to get away. I mean, perhaps is how we would maybe justify it.
I just don't think.
I don't know why you're not working out other guys in Lou Headley, especially because your offense sucks and you punt all the time, and so it's like you would think you would want to have that position on lock. As you said yesterday, Mario, Matt Ariz is probably a name to explore here. The punt god from college, of course, caught up in in one of those awful cases where it certainly appears that he was falsely accused of sexual crimes.
Yeah.
And, like on a just larger societal discussion scale, those are the type of things, those are the type of the cases that infuriate you so much, because those are the exact type of cases that people are going to hold up and say, well, see, look, this woman's lying or whatever. But sometimes that actually does happen. And that it appears to have happened to Ariza. I mean, I would definitely be working out him if I was a New Orleans Saints. But I don't know. The Saints, like you said, Mar, there does seem to be a bit of stubbornness right now in that front office.
Yeah, especially Dennis Allen, who knows that's been a big strength of the team going back several years with Morstead and then with Gillikin. Like when they let go of Morstead, that was somewhat controversial. But Gillikin held it down for a long time. This time it's not working out, and they don't seem to be doing any adjustments with it.
Trevor Penning's one spot from 69. He's 68th.
It's so crazy that you have a first-round tackle that can't even get in the
Can't even
jumbo
play guard.
package.
Yeah, I mean,
he can't even play
he
guard.
can play guard. Andrew Speed, 65th.
Who's the best? Like, who's the highest rated? And like, where do they sit? Where is he? No, O-line.
Yeah, Penei Sewell.
Okay.
From Detroit.
Where does he sit?
He's at 90.4%.
That's pretty crazy, man. I mean, obviously Detroit caught a lot of flack early on for the Jamar Chase, Penei Sewell debate.
Yeah.
But, or did Cincinnati catch flack? Who had the first pick there?
So Cincinnati took Chase over Sewell.
Yeah.
I think Sewell went
I think they're both working out pretty well.
Sewell went like
for
two
their
picks
team now.
after or something like that.
They're both working out pretty well, but again, I've seen Penei Sewell catch a touchdown. I've never seen Jamar Chase protect the quarterback.
So the problem
Maybe
was
he has.
it wasn't that they brought
right.
in Penei Sewell, it's that they signed Jonah Williams. And they thought that was going to solve that problem.
Jonah Williams.
No,
so bad.
Jake,
Jamar Chase is the 9th rated receiver in the NFL.
And to be fair, he does protect the quarterback just in a different way by giving him options.
Jake, I meant who's the highest rated Saints offensive lineman? Like, where do they sit?
Eric McCoy. I don't think it's even close because Ramcyzk's like 22, I believe, amongst tackles, and McCoy's 5th in centers.
I think we finally have to accept that Ramcyzk's he's good still, and he's starter still, but I don't know that he's going to be the Hall of Famer that it appeared like he was going to be after the first few years of his career. I mean, again, he was on a torrid, literal Hall of Fame pace. And you know what actually helps with that too, Jake? Honestly, if we go full true circle, having a quarterback like Drew Brees who gets rid of the ball and knows where to go with it and makes your life that much easier. And then you go to Jameis, who had the longest time to throw in the NFL. You have Derek Carr, who's absolutely terrified back there, and it's going to make and it's not to say that he's not also playing worse, but it's going to make everybody look way worse. Like an O-lineman's best friend is a quarterback who gets rid of it. It just makes everybody look better, and it's why the Saints for years in the Brees Payton era. Now they went too far and they had to course correct with Max Unger, but for years the Saints just kind of said F it when it came to offensive line. Like, we can throw anybody in there and let them start, and Drew Brees is going to make him right? Like De La Puente, all those other names that people have forgotten. I think actually Brian De La Puente was pretty good, but still, you get the point.
I know all of y'all were wanting to know. So, top-rated fullback in the NFL, Michael Burton, former Saint.
Oh man,
who?
Where does Adam Prentice rank?
He's not even ranked.
That's what's funny is like they actually even managed to get a bad fullback.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like where's Prentice on the
generally
fullback
has like a good fullback.
The fumble backed up against his own goal line probably messed up the grade there for
made him ungradable.
Yeah.
You had
he's
one
not
job.
even on the
You had
board.
one thing to do.
The Saints had good fullbacks for a while though, between Carney and Jed Collins and the ones in the Sean Payton era.
Oh, they did, yeah, for sure. Heath Evans,
yeah, Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
Champ says, so we're going to forget about how brutal the guard play is and act like that doesn't affect the tackle play, and he's still 22nd? That's better than a whole bunch of dudes. Again, well, first off, no, I mean, tackle play is the most independent of any of the offensive line. But beyond that, I just said, like, Ryan Ramczyk, it's not that I just said he's still good. I'm just saying when you were on a Hall of Fame pace. Everything's relative. It's like when we talk about critiquing playoff teams and stuff like that, right? They're all great teams. That's why they're in the playoffs. But you still have to critique them, or when you do like a top 10 list or anything like that, you're talking about the 10 best things. Everybody's great, but you still have to try to discern who's better than the others, and so you critique things that are great. And that's the same thing with Ryan Ramczyk. He's just being judged against his Hall of Fame start to his career, and so he can still be good, still be a starter, but still feel a little like he's fallen off because he's no longer at that level.
How about this? For tight ends, like overall, Taysom Hill is 8th because of all the things that he does. This is even more impressive. He's 21st in run blocking amongst tight ends.
Oh, what?
21st.
That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy.
Like ahead of Schoonmaker, your favorite tight end, Taylor, Luke Musgrave, Tyler Higbee, Hunter Henry, Sam Laporta, Cole Kmet, T.J. Hawkinson, Evan Ingram, Travis Kelce, Foster.
Is Kelce not a good blocker? I guess not.
No.
I mean, wow. Shout out, Taysom. All right.
What about Dalton Schultz?
No, Schultz is like 9th in run blocking.
Oh, damn. Look at Taylor.
Where's Jake Ferguson rank on that list?
11th run blocker.
There you go.
See, downgraded at the tight end spot, guys.
Hey, listen, but overall grade, 10th for Jake Ferguson, Schultz 14th. So,
Matt C says Carr is bad, yes, but so's the O-line this year. In the play they were arguing after O-line gave maybe 1 second to get the ball out outside of Olave and Kamara. It's all bad. Well, let's be clear. Yes, the O-line was in the wrong in the big in terms of the sack and the big drama. But Derek Carr's teammates are clearly fed up with him showing them up and then refusing to take any responsibility in postgame. I mean, I still just keep thinking back to Derek Carr's answer about the Jesse Bates pick six. Because not only did Scott Shanley expose it as being functionally and strategically wrong, talking about how you're wrong about what you're saying Bates' responsibilities are defensively within that moment, but also it's just crazy to me that you're going to throw such an impactful pick six against your arch rival and be like, it was like Mario coming in here and loving on Jordan Love on that Monday. That was Derek Carr being like, he just made a great play, you know?
Right. Like, no, you just made a bad pass.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you need to say. You made a bad play.
Man, that was a bad loss for them the other night. The Packers really had it going for a while there. I thought they would come back and win the division.
Relax. It was not an invite for you to cuck yourself for Jordan Love once again. We'll see, man. It feels really bad with the Saints. It reached the points where are y'all cheering for Tommy Cutlets on Sunday?
No, man, I want the Saints to win. I understand that it might not be in the best interest of the team. I see the direction it's going into, and I don't like it, but I just can't root for the Saints.
I've always been there. But yesterday we talked to Nick Jake, and even he's been a bit broken where he's kind of falling into the tank wormhole as well, and I'm really struggling not to get sucked in. And I've always been like, no, enjoy the journey. NFL wins a win. Playoffs are fun. This is fun. That's fun. But this team has made it very unfun. Very, very unfun.
I thought about being like, oh, I'm going to be pro tank. They get a better draft pick. But honestly, guys, I don't trust this front office to make the right pick regardless of where they draft in the first round. So I just want them to win games at this point.
That's actually pretty fair.
Fair enough. I think it's less like the acquisitions Loomis made this offseason and going in, but the comments last week were just so lame, man. To call the fans poor pretty much and say that's the reason they're not coming out to the games and pretty much ignore what's happening with the product and how bad it is, like that was telling. I honestly lost a little bit of respect for Mickey Loomis when he said that.
Well, he's been very defensive lately as well.
First off, Sunday, an hour before the game, tickets were $4 on SeatGeek. Ticketmaster, StubHub, wherever you get them, they were $4.
$4.
I could get one today for the Saints game Sunday. I checked last night for like $16. So let's get out of here with that excuse.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of Giants fans Sunday. I promise.
A friend of mine, they have season tickets and they live in New Orleans. They were trying to give their tickets away on Facebook. They were like, oh, we can't use them. They're season tickets. Take them. They're free. Nobody took them.
Ooh.
They had 2 comments on their Facebook post. Nobody took them.
I mean, look, man. That's the market.
So
right? I mean, that's the most objective for all the talk that we do, it's all just conjecture, right? It's opinion. It's just talk. Like, that's action. And that is more damning and speaks greater volumes about the current state of the team than anything. I mean, we're talking about 10 years ago, a waiting list for season ticket that was multiple years long. You could not get on, passed down from generation to generation. And maybe there is some sort of large waiting list still, but as you said, you can't give away the tickets
like it's
right now.
$40 is the cheapest ticket for Rams Commanders. The Rams 6 and 7, Commanders 4 and 9. There's only one ticket in the NFL that's cheaper than Giant Saints. You want to take a guess?
Should we just give you one of the teams though? Because I don't know the whole NFL schedule off the top of my head.
Well, this one's pretty easy actually. I'll just give it to you. Panthers Falcons.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's
is it in Carolina?
The NFC South.
Yeah, $12.
Just the least valuable division in football.
$12 will get you into Panthers Falcons.
So for less than the price of a sandwich at like a nice sandwich shop,
yeah,
you can get into an NFL game.
Yeah, I mean, and by far the cheapest tickets, because the third cheapest would be that $40 I'm talking about for Rams Commanders. I mean,
Yuck.
$185 if you want to go see the Bills Cowboys, cheapest to get in.
Why would anybody want to go watch Bills Cowboys? Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.